they've shown in the past, they can continue without star players.
He's gone in for a shower, it looks like.
Yeah, he's had enough.
Do you have to stay out there if you've got the red vest on?
No, as long as he comes out with his tracksuit, he puts the vest over the top, that's all.
Okay.
Or he can just go home.
He can do that as well.
Otherwise, you're actually on detention.
No, that's the story of the night for the Dockers. Yep. Would have got Tom Hawkins next week as well.
Yeah. Well, the other story we're looking for now is Matthew Pavlich needs one more goal.
Yes.
To be back in front for the Coleman medal. And we'll find out how many Jack Revolt might need to hit tomorrow. Jenner gets his head ripped off.
Not happy?
And not happy with the treatment he got from Mzungu. And
reversed it.
He's reversed it. Players go left, right and centre. And it's been reversed. Watch here.
Pushed it down.
Mzungu's kick in long. Crowley caught in front. Just very important for the Melbourne Football Club to finish off strong. They've had a tough night, they've had a tough year, but they need to stay disciplined and finish off for this proud football club that they are.
No doubt, Jack. I was surprised that they subbed out Blease too. I would have thought they'd like to give him a little bit more ground time and
finish off the year. It's been a good year for Blease.
Off the ball, Chris Mayne was being held by Geordie McKenzie. There's Geordie pleading his case. Mayne kicked the first goal of the game.
We're seeing players who are the better shots at goal from set shots of late have the real focused routine. Ahmed Saad, I mean, it takes forever.
Yeah.
And he walks in from another suburb.
He won a gold medal in the Olympics for the walk.
And Mayne paces out his run-up back from the man on the mark. But they really get it wrong, as we say.
Chris Mayne hits the post.
But they really get it wrong, folks like that, who have that real measured, I suppose,
well, it's a routine.
Warm-up to the routine to the actual kick of the ball. Oh, he's gone the Tory.
Barrel. And got onto it too. Out towards Rivers. Pearce by hand. Back to Dawson, who was standing and waiting. Over to Subin, who can give it a roost. Towards Mayne, over floats Nicholson, misses it though. Griffin is there. Barlow trying to reef it out. And he's got into his back and he's won the free kick. Barlow.
Thank you. Mark's here.
Another shake of the head from, this time it's Nicholson. Barlow will go back for a shot at goal. He's kicked 8-13 this year. Another good night for 24 disposals. Tight angle. Hop's given a jump as he runs in and sets it up nicely for someone to have a run at it. Not a good kick at goal. Jones looking for a free kick. Gets up with it. Hands it over to Watts. It's a hot footy here for Melbourne to get it out of their defensive 50. McKenzie turns around towards Bale. Set him up. Fife couldn't keep it in. Sandilands just popping it down towards his midfielders, but sharked well by Jones. Everton played in front. Kick bouncing off the chest of Jamar. Jones gets free. Off the outside of the boot. It goes up high.
Well worked.
Dawson with the spoil over the top of Fitzpatrick. Mzungu. Has he got the handball away as he got tackled? Watts to McKenzie. McKenzie's kick. Up goes Johnson with the spoil. Coming through Spur. Dragged to the ground, didn't have it. McPhee did have it. Tapscott looking for Bale. Over the top goes Bale. Now a chance for Trengove off the outside of the boot. A little bit too much on the kick. Crummer needed for Melbourne. Fitzpatrick. High contact there. And again, they're not too happy about it. It's going to come back. It'll be a free kick, Everton.
He with the ball, though.
Yeah.
So two arms go to the ball, and I reckon his right shoulder gets... big head clash.
Now, I see him on the shoulder.
Just shoulder
on shoulder.
Yeah, it's just the bigger man won. The stronger built man won. So It's a really lenient free kick. They both go in the ball, and the bloke who was better put together came off best. The umpire gives a Sorrow free kick.
117 contested possessions to 84. That's a massive difference.
Just won another one there. Barlow forced to go round in a different direction. Bale towards Sylvia. It was flipped back by Trengo, but it was pretty clever. But the kick wasn't onto the chest of Hill. A little chip over to Johnson.
That's your mark, right there.
Watch the offside winger for the Dockers, and it was Hill on that occasion. They're always, when it's on the further side away from them, they always position themselves around as the last player, rather than just being
on the opposite
side. Yeah, on the outlet side. They push right around to be that last line for that quick kick that does come out of the stoppage.
So it's a cover. It becomes a coverage position rather than an outlet out the other side.
Jamar infringed there with Sandilands. There's not a lot he could do there because Sandilands had made really good position. Started really well, had a lot of possessions early, been a bit quiet since. Kick down the line, he goes. Barlow roves it, tumbles it forward, and it almost stayed in play before Sheridan could get there. Dockers can set up here. Griffin will be in front for them. Pavlich skirts around the back, hoping it spills out. It's coming. It's getting there. Main on hands and knees. Barlow, ricochet ball off the smother. Out of mid-air, Trengove. McKenzie had Sylvia going past. Subin, Walters paddled it to himself there. Hard work from McDonald, and McPhee's got him. Ball up again. Barlow. Fife couldn't get it free. Grimes.
Good boy, tuck him on.
He certainly does that. He was going faster than his teammates, so he went on his own. Out in front of Fitzpatrick it goes. How will he go here? He's got pace for Dawson, and he kicks the goal. Second goal for Fitzpatrick, but it was set up by Grimes.
Now, during the second half, this caption of play I'm going to show is not to pot Jack Watts, but just to show where he needs to get to. He comes into a contest, we get it up, and spoils Chris Mayne. Now watch Watts come in and spoil from behind, so he's right with him. Now watch Mayne, the bloke he spoiled, where he goes and where Jack goes to. Mayne gets the ball again while Jack Watts sits to the inside. Now, he only jogged out to it, Mayne, but Jack Watts didn't go with him. He's got to get that second effort.
Margin back to 43 after Fitzpatrick kicks his second. 2 of 5. Clearance is well on top, the Dockers, and well on top, as you'd expect. One goes hand in hand with the other in the inside 50s. Fife, aerobatic, and the aerobatic Jeremy Howe throws him to the ground.
14 minutes for that call, for that mark of the season. Number 9 you're looking for, aren't you?
Number 9. 8 nominations already for Jeremy Howe.
Ball out to Hill. Ryder, Valentine had a good third quarter. Pavlich doubles back. Has to dribble back, but he goes to ground, so it's not him the target. It's the biggest man in the AFL is the target. The 5th light tower here at Patersons.
It's just about the best mark and lead I think I've seen Sandilands commit to and perform and pull off. That was really good.
That's a good sign for them for the finals, isn't it?
Absolutely.
When he's attacking the footy like that.
Absolutely.
Now for the tough part for Sandilands.
Sernay's a good... You don't rate him. Let's put it down, Jono. 40 metres out. Look at that. He doesn't miss. The Dockers will be playing Geelong next week. 49 points up. They played in round 1, and it was a ripper game. It was a 4-point ball game. In the end, the Dockers won it. Barlow was involved. And Valentine was decked, and there was plenty to said about that with Scarlett. Valentine went down, and in the end, went right to the wire. And the man of the moment kicking the winning goal. Their 16th for the night. Final margin was 4 points. Got the Dockers off to a great start under Coach Ross Lyon.
Oh, it was a great game of football in round one. Expect something similar next week.
It'll be in Melbourne, though, as Howe kicks Melbourne forward. And attacking it well as Ibbotson.
One thing that will happen is Valentine will go straight to Scarlett, you think?
And just welcome him to the game and say, good luck today.
Yep.
Verbally chip away at him. On reflection, for what's transpired in terms of suspension, he got out of that pretty well, Matty Scarlett, didn't he?
Dockers just hanging on to the footy here. Just some possession ball inside their back 50. Ibbotson has it again. He's told to go. It's got some run from Fife. And Fife, Barlow and Mundy have been the architects for Fremantle as far as their midfield goes. A little bit untidy here, the Dockers.
Cues in the rack.
Yeah.
League footy, the hard running to receive goes laterally and further downfield. And that's when you really break open the opposition. When you're running back behind the kicker to receive the easy one out the back, it's just saying, well, I'm a bit tired now. I'm just going to plump up the stats here. So that's what Fremantle have already lulled themselves into.
All right, so effectively Fremantle are just playing possession footy. They're starting to think about next week. McFarlane's out. Who goes to Hawkins?
Well, it has to be Dawson to start.
Well, Dawson's...
Unless they bring Grover in.
Well, Grover's got the body shape that is a half chance against Hawkins, because in terms of the monster forwards, he's #1 in the league for just, monstering the opposition player in
Dawson
the
go to
standard
the 09
deliver.
grand final. He was at St Kilda.
Here's a run from Sylvia. You contemplate that. Fitzpatrick's on the end of it. Couldn't take the mark. Jetta pushed out of it by Mundy. Fitzpatrick cleans up. Gave it back to Jetta. A sidestep. And then a little pass into the middle. Tapscott couldn't take it. Players dive in everywhere. Sylvia working hard to get it out.
He's lucky not to get a leg injury from that, Colin. When he comes in, he stays straight up and gets his legs taken out because Mzungu's going to ground to get the footy.
If he didn't turn, it's trouble. Lucky he turned.
Good point. Bale's kick up high.
The young lad Fitzpatrick, who we've been having a look at, got good pace, follows the ball around right. From first glimpse, needs to get better hands above his head. He's got his hands to a couple and half ratty spoils that haven't been fantastic at broken the ball free.
Advantage could have been taken.
And they were out too.
Yeah, because look at Walters, he's still clear. Anyway.
They're way out the other side.
Lining up.
Yeah, they're 4 or 5 out here. And they're going to just work it down the outer side. Johnson, little chip past to McPhee.
Where's the Pav?
Where is Pav?
Yeah. He's on the bench.
Yeah.
He's on the bench. They've got to get him out there. Got to get the Pav watch on.
Jacko, get out there. Go over there. Tell him to get back out.
He's 4 metres away from me, so I'm just going to go over and ask him.
That's it.
Chad.
No one's ever said no to you at Subiaco or Patersons.
Definitely not.
Valentine pushes it out towards Walters, who flicks the handball out the side. Still working the Dockers, but they couldn't do it. Ball's going to come back in pretty soon. Johnson at the back. Got it. Recovered to Hill. Good handball. Opens up Pearce. He's a thumping kick. And he drives it in low. And he drives it into the chest of Griffin. Pav could have been there, but he wasn't. So John Griffin. Kicked a couple of goals this year. And this to make the margin 55 in front of just under 33,000 people.
Well, you look next week, Sandilands has been quite effective, had an excellent first quarter here, and since coming back 2 weeks ago, he's had an impact for Fremantle. Next week, that nearly becomes the key matchup.
Well, they played Vardy
for the game.
Geelong. They played Vardy and took a big grab and kicked a clutch goal today.
Bit of a Freo chant going around the stadium at the moment. We're in the finals again. First year under Ross Lyon. Pavlich is back out there. Listen to Glenn Jakovic. And the crowd aware of what's going on.
Pushed, ran into him.
Yep.
And the ball became secondary to Mark Jomo then. Well, that's what Sandilands does. That enormity, size of him, he forces big men in the opposition to, under pressure, they just try and do something to counteract his mass.
Squeeze kick.
Vardy for Geelong played today, and he's a big, big fellow.
Yeah, he's huge.
Probably the best match they've got against him, should that be the way the ball falls. Geelong Fremantle next week, which is looking likely. But he's played one game.
Yeah.
Do they go against the monster that is Sandilands, where the bloke has got one game under his belt for the year?
Ball sits here for Bale.
They may have to. Oren Stephenson's the other one. But he's, I know it's another level down. It's another level down, but he has played a lot of good finals football for North Ballarat when he did play for them over the last
premiership years.
Yeah.
That's great, and will stand him mentally in good stead because he's an experienced player. But he hasn't played against this bloke. This is coming up against a monster.
All Australian.
Yeah,
all Australian.
This is something which comes out of the deep. It should be. It's, you know, it's like.
Yeah, it should be on late at night.
Yeah, you know.
Here's Hill. He likes it at night. He's running to the 50. Inside he goes. Keeps it low and keeps it to the wrong side of the post.
Well, there was Pav up for grabs the Coleman medal. Pav led straight at Hill on that occasion and was overlooked.
Could you imagine if that was Jack Revolt or Richo? No, how about Matty Richardson? Imagine if he was in Pav's shoes and let that ball carry and he didn't kick it to him.
No, I can't. It's too scary. Should be on late at night.
We'd hear it from here.
Here's Jones in the van with a one-hander. Open forward line. Rivers wants it long, but he wants it too long. He can't kick that far.
Oh, Howe, get a swing run at it.
No.
Not quite.
Spoil with the left hand, and then he's sitting on the ground. He just gives it back to Rivers. Return to Garland.
Oh, there's a 3-metre kick.
Well, I'm not sure why he didn't handball it, but anyway, Trango can't bust the tackle at Duffield and threw it out. Fremantle. I've got 7 minutes to get Pavlich a goal.
All right, Pavs. 80 metres down the line. He's not going to lead at this because he wants to remain inside 50. Come out the other side. Hill is out on the other wing. If they can work it to get it into space, Hill is the ball carrier they'll look for.
Michael Walters has just come on and he's gone to the outer wing. So he's the loose man if they can get it to him, but they've brought it back now.
Come back this side, yeah.
Duffield, the chip kick. No.
Well, Matthew Pavlich, 6 All-Australian, 6 best and fairest. Did take over from Glenn Jakovic. Most games played for a WA-based player. This is the one that he's never been able to achieve, is the Coleman medal.
Yeah, but
They've got to work towards it.
He hasn't kicked as many goals as Jacko stopped.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
Here's Walters.
You played with a guy, Derm, Jason Dunstall.
The pig.
Won the Coleman medal on a few occasions.
Yeah,
What would have been like if it was tight now?
I'll give it to the pig. He never really worried about personal accolades or numbers. He just played the team. Ordinary bloke, but great team player.
Good evening to Jason Dunstall watching
Yes.
at home.
He won't be watching.
I sort of just left that out there. Here's 5. And they've worked. There were 7 minutes when they started. And they've worked a minute and a half off the clock just chipping it around. Now they're forced to go a little bit wider to Griffin. And gets 50 metres.
Okay,
brings Pav into the game.
Here we go.
I don't know about that 50.
And he's in no hurry at all, John Griffin.
He's worked back hard. Pat, but so have 4 other teammates. You think you just leave it open.
The crowd are chanting Pav to get this last goal.
There's plenty of room near the third umpire.
Griffith's having a shot. He hasn't read the script.
What's he thinking?
Well, he has a big shot at it, and he kicks a goal and drills it home. And Fremantle get another, but Pav's a bit bemused.
Big story of the night. Luke McFarlane.
Yeah, that push off there on the right leg, he's hurt the right hamstring. For those, as you say, if they've just tuned in, Luke McFarlane, arguably the best key back in the competition this year, has strained his hamstring. That's the head in the hands shortly after he strained it and came to the bench. Red vest on, and looks in serious doubt from here in.
So McFarlane, the story, and we talked about the options and the master of their own destiny. All they've done is come out and play their normal brand of footy, and they're 62 points up.
Yep, now 100 points. 100 points on the board for them.
Jones.
And Pav has a chance at a Coleman medal, but they are kicking it to him.
They've got 5 minutes. There's McKenzie. Swings it wide. Watts wider again to Colin Sylvia. Down the line he goes. Everton takes it over the line.
Well, Pav's only had the 1 disposal in the last quarter. It's not too often he goes through a quarter with only touching the ball once. So I'm sure we'll see it in the last 4.5 minutes.
Pearce will get a free kick because he was first at it.
All right, now there's a lot of congestion around this ball, so any Fremantle players that break will get into free space. And it should go fairly quickly to the other end. No, it's gone sideways. Oh, here we go. Now it's starting to open up.
Barlow just tumbled to the ground, though.
He holds it up with a backward roll, half three-quarter pike.
Oh, they're going to mop up the clock here.
They've got 4 minutes to go.
Plenty of time. Duffield, Walters running for him. Mains at a bit of space. Pav's led all the way to the wing. He's going to get it. Have a shot. He's going to play on. And he's opened up the corridor. Taken by Spur. Long ball in from him. It's over the back. Boundary throw incoming.
Boundary throw in Jacko.
He's come up. He's come up. I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to get him back out there. He hasn't read the script.
Big spider Burton next to him.
He's trying to sneak on. Stevie Johnson style and hide in the pocket. Crouch down.
McDonald under pressure. Bale on the last line for Melbourne. Swings the kick out wide, only as far as Pearce, who can kick this.
He's a beautiful kick.
He can kick this. Kicked some good goals this year, Clancy Pearce.
You get a look at that because of the narrowness of this ground. As you said, they're not deep pockets. They're fairly shallow, so you get a good shot at it from hard on the boundary. It's the equivalent of being, 5, 7, 8 metres in at the MCG from that distance out in from the boundary.
15 goals for the year, gives himself about a metre extra. That pushes it across. We've seen a few go across at that side, and that one's out of bounds on the full, hitting the post. Pavlich still on the bench. Final score from the G. Collingwood have won by 32 points. Essendon's capitulation in the second half of the year is complete, and Collingwood will finish 4th and play Hawthorn next week. Sydney will play Adelaide. West Coast will play North Melbourne. Fremantle will play Geelong.
On Saturday night, at this point in time, we believe it'll be Saturday night, Fremantle v Geelong at the MCG. And 5-0 viewers, we will confirm that.
Confirm all of that
at the end of this game. Oh, not at the end of this game, at the end of this round, when all the finals. Yeah, actually, the remaining games of this round won't affect the finals, so we will be able to
tonight,
confirm it later.
Tap Scott.
This time.
Oh, good strong mark under pressure, taken by young Tynan. He was the sub, Josh Tynan. He's come on.
Pav's coming back on, boys.
Pav's coming back on. This is Tynan's first kick for the evening. He's had 2 handballs.
From up in the hills, played with the Gippsland under-18, originally from Garfield.
Well, this works in Pav's favour because he'll kick the goal, ball goes back to the middle.
This for Tynan's first goal in AFL football, while the Fremantle fans are trying to get Pavlich's 551st. Tynan.
You mozzed him to that.
90 seconds remains. At this stage, the Coleman medal race is still a race in 3. Hawkins and Pavlich tied. Revolt, the man to spoil the party for them.
Well, it's coming out this side. There's one Dockers player on the opposing part of the side of the ground.
Touch ball. Touch from McKenzie. He hooks it round. High ball. They all go up. No one comes down with it except Sylvia. Now, does that bounce through for him? No, it goes the other side. It's a conspiracy, gentlemen.
But he's just watching 5 come off that contest. He backed back and copped a big knee in the shoulder. He's okay, just a dead arm.
Well, now, they've got a loose man out on the wing here. Well, Sheridan's dropped it. Still got time to get it to Main. He has got 40 metres on his own. Pavlich is 1 out with Frawley, and he's got room. He peels off. Main hits it into the middle to Hill.
He's got room out this side if he leads.
Unselfish. Pavlich stopped, said kick it to Walters, he's in the hole. And that's an unselfish move by the skipper. Margin is 60. Walters to make it 66 as the clock ticks down. Taking his time, as he did at the end of the last quarter. And he hits a pretty poor kick.
Well, Melbourne have been just bombing it long off fullback, which means it gives Fremantle a chance to return the kick. Hang on.
And the siren sounds. Fremantle will finish 7th in the minor round. Matthew Pavlich will finish equal with Tom Hawkins. The Dockers have won by 61 points. They were good tonight. They're in the finals next week, and they're playing Geelong.
For a win, Ross didn't look happy then, and that would be the Luke McFarlane scenario. He'd be saying, right, I've lost my #1 defender. I've got Tom Hawkins, Potsy Adley, a couple of big cats who are going to be creating a bit of...
Let's get down to ground level, and Jacko's got Nathan Fife.